This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Alright, people, so it's finally happened. The Heat have finally beaten the Celtics. Took them a lot longer than it should have, but they finally beat them, and now they're in the finals. So we've got the Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat in the 2023 NBA Finals. And this is probably the most unlikely finals that's happened in a long time. And you know what? I think it's also a nightmare scenario for the NBA. And I'm going to tell you why coming up next. What's up, everybody? Slim Paco here. I know it's late, but I felt like I had to hop on and talk about the game that just happened and what's in the future for the NBA over the next several days with the NBA Finals coming up. And what I realized when thinking about this is that the scenario that we have now with the Denver Nuggets facing the Miami Heat is actually a big problem for the NBA, mostly because of marketing and financial reasons. First, let's talk about the number one seed in the West with the guy who should have been the MVP, the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets have easily been one of the most consistent teams in the Wild Wild West in recent times, advancing to the playoffs in each of the past 4 seasons. In 2020, the Bubble Nuggets made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals before bowing out to the Los Angeles Lakers in 5 games. Neither the 21 or 22 squads could make it that deep into the playoffs, but this year's team managed to break through and advance all the way to Denver's first ever NBA Finals appearance after sweeping the Lakers in 4. Of course, they did it on the back of their all-world, 2-time MVP big man Nikola Jokic, but the supporting pieces of Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, and Michael Porter Jr. helped lighten the load significantly. Despite the Nuggets' overall accomplishments, the association, league media, and advertisement agencies continue to overlook them in their story, choosing to follow other narratives instead of focusing on the Nuggets' success. If you ask me, it's giving petty, but maybe that's none of my business. In fact, Denver's head coach Mike Malone actually called out the media for this following their victory over the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals.
No one talked about Nikola just had a historic performance. He's got 13 triple-doubles now, 3rd all time. What he's doing is just incredible, but the narrative wasn't about the Nuggets. The narrative wasn't about Nikola. The narrative was about the Lakers.
Got him! Heat are in a similar boat, although you could say they get more attention from the league due to them being a South Florida team with a bit of history. Like Denver, the Heat have also been extremely consistent over the last 4 seasons. In 2020, they advanced to the Bubble Finals, where they lost to the Mickey Mouse Lakers in 6. The 21 squad was swept by the Milwaukee Bucks, but in 2022, they made it back to the Eastern Conference Finals before being dispatched by the Boston Celtics in 7 games. Despite a rocky 2023 season, in which they entered the postseason as the 8th and lowest seed in the East, Miami exercised multiple demons by knocking out the Bucks in round 1 and returned the favor to Boston by beating the Celtics in 7 in the ECF. Jimmy Butler has been the catalyst for the team since the playoffs began, with key contributions from Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, and Caleb Martin. While the Heat have garnered more affection from the association and media than the Nuggets have, it'd be crazy to say that the league really wanted them in the finals over the Celtics. And this is where the trouble starts. It's all about the money. The Denver Nuggets and Miami Heat are both classified as mid-market NBA teams. The Nuggets' TV market size is about 1.8 million, while the Heat clock in at about 1.6 million. Compared to the Lakers, whose market size is 5.8 million, and the Celtics at 2.4, Denver and Miami are small potatoes. The 2 teams advancing to the NBA Finals also pale in terms of most valuable franchises. Denver's worth about $1.87 billion, and the Heat about $2.49 billion. Again, let's compare them to the teams they defeated in their respective conference finals. The Celtics are worth $3.44 billion, and the Lakers a whopping $5.63 billion, almost 5 times more than their fellow Western Conference club in the Nuggets. The histories of the Heat and Nuggets don't exactly stack up to what Adam Silver would want in a finals either. As I mentioned earlier, the Nuggets are playing in their first ever championship, and while this marks the 8th appearance for the Heat, all coming since 2006, the low-regarded status of the franchise doesn't cause that number to leap out as it should. In contrast, the Celtics have played in 22 finals, and the Lakers have played in the title round 31 times. As you can see, the legacies just don't match up, and the NBA is a league that relies very heavily on legacy to build and keep fan interest, hence the constant discussions about who is the GOAT. From this, we can clearly see why this matchup in the 2023 NBA Finals is a nightmare scenario for the league. Two teams without legacy, without any real attention-grabbing superstars, two teams that don't make a lot of money for the league, and two teams that don't bring in a lot of viewers. If you look at things from the standpoint of the NBA as a business, it couldn't be worse. Anyways, that's the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and thanks for tuning in. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is a bad thing for the NBA with the small market teams, or do you think it's the start of a new era for the league? Also, who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals? Comment down below. Remember to hit that like button, click subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.
It's a parade inside my city. Yeah.